Okay, I'm here with Director Tim Sibold from 8 Branches. Thank you so much for inviting me into this. It almost feels like the one wizarding world of Harry Potter here, but it's not. This is Eastern medicine, and I'm fascinated by you because you have a background both in Eastern and Western medicine. Tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here and why this really is such an amazing thing that most people don't really understand, but should.
Okay, so we have here a formula, which is the predominant way that herbs are taken in Chinese medicine. And this deals with sort of 3 different sets of symptoms. So you've got blockage. So think of symptoms like headache or stagnation or emotional blockage, right? So pain or frustration. Okay. We have blood storage and production, right? So getting the body to produce more of that. And then we have digestive function. So people with sloppy stools, bloating, poor appetite. So we'll combine these together using an herb that helps meld their properties. Okay. We'll put them in a grinder, either a traditional one or a modern electric one, grind it to a powder, and then depending on what the patient has, if the symptoms are in their head and their sides, etc., we'll decoct some mint and some roasted ginger. Wow. So basically it's a soup. You pop it into a pot, add some water, bring it to a boil, lower it to a simmer.
Now, is this something that has to be done by a professional like you, or do people
If
purchase
you can make a soup, you can do this. If you've got a pot, you can do it.
So I'm not a professional grinder, but I can get that down into a fine powder?
Eventually, it'll become sort of a fine thing like this. Okay. But yeah, once you first start off, it's pretty loose. So that's why.
Now, since you have a background as well in Western medicine, you did that in Kingston. How does this make sense to you? I mean, they've had thousands of years in Chinese culture to figure this out. But as someone who studied Western medicine first, how does this translate?
So the approach is very different. In Western medicine, you're trying to replace body function, right? The body's not doing what I think it should be doing, so I'll give you something that does it. Whereas in Chinese medicine, you're looking at, there's a reason that the body isn't doing it because it's in an environment that doesn't allow it to do that. Okay. So think of a plant. If it's dark, the plant doesn't grow up. Rather than injecting it with saline to make it grow up, you change the environment so that it grows up naturally.
Okay, so I'm going to try a little bit of this tea, and
all right. So take just a little spoonful of the powder, and then you drink it down with the liquid.
Oh, I actually okay. Actually doesn't taste bad at all. I'm going to send you to break. We'll see what happens to me. I think I'll still be here afterwards. More from CP24 Breakfast coming up. Can I try a little more?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
That's really good.